All right, hello. Let's go ahead and test this Lancair Evolution turbine turboprop November 844 X-ray, known as the aircraft of the X-plane creator Austin Myers. Very sporty aircraft that we can see out here. It is an experimental though, experimental aircraft built from a kit. Let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit. All right, so we are already on ground power right here into the cockpit, and we'll quickly do our pre-flight. All the levers are on idle or cut off, as you can say, or see, and flight controls. They're all free and clear. We're just on the battery, and let's go ahead and close up this canopy. All right, canopy is getting closed. So just real quick, because I'm also doing some fuel flow calculations for this short flight, I should be using about I believe it was about 11 gallons of fuel for a very short flight of 24 nautical miles. I plan to be climbing at 110 and then trying to cruise at around 140, so I can see if I can set a fuel profile for this aircraft. And I'm still learning it, learning how to taxi it and everything. So we're pretty much gonna take off, go on crosswind, downwind, and we'll basically cut midfield and then join towards south westerly to Gulf Oscar Bravo Delta Airport. We are at Gulf Oscar Oscar Yankee Airport in Dakar, Senegal. One of the beautifulest countries out in the world, and I stand behind it. All right, battery 1, battery 2. So all is good. We can go ahead and set off the ground power. And as we look at the engine and system instruments, everything is in the green. 15 gallons in each tank. And fuel pressure, let's see if we have pressure. We have about 29 or 30 psi. We're good. Let's go ahead and put on the ignition, door seals. So no pressurization today, so we are good. No pressurization. And ITT is at 17. Clear prop. We'll go ahead and hold this and then introduce fuel. All right, we've got about 17 ng, so we'll put this at ground idle first, and then we watch the ITT, make sure it doesn't get over 1000. All right, ITT stabilized. We can let go of the starter. Very good. And we can come in here and we can put in our generators. All right, and the DC, as we go into systems, electrical is good. All the numbers are good. So let's go ahead and get some nav light and strobe light. Normally my A cards will bark at me if I put on the strobe light. Should have put those on before. And we'll be getting underway. I won't even bother with a run up today. We'll go prop full forward. And I've tried to taxi two different ways. I've tried to taxi with the condition lever all the way forward, as Austin has stated. I'm just gonna go on beta. This thing is a beast taxi. All right, so let's go. All right, so there it goes. Differential braking, and forgive the jerkiness. I'm kind of gonna put it on beta as well. There you go. That way I do not See, I'm already going 22 knots right now. Make it 25. All right. 30. Wow. Yep. I cannot taxi this thing. If anybody has some clues on how to taxi this thing, let me know. I'm tempted to send this video to Austin and say, hey, can you help a brother here? A customer. Alright, let's keep the speed down so differential braking can be better. So we're at 12 knots, there you go. And then I want to note my fuel and see how I did on taxi, because apparently this thing will burn 25 gallons, or 1 mile per gallon. That's what you get for taxi. 1 mile per gallon. Alright, we'll go on Sierra and then take Juliet 1 intersection departure. Ooh, I guess I got out of beta and I can see how it was very hard. Let me stay on beta for the time being. Why is my beta not working? I thought I was on beta. Apparently not. Alright, we can say that we did our run-up. We're gonna hold short right here. And we will go ahead and just check to be sure that these are coming on. But engine staying running, yes. We'll do flaps. And how we looking on fuel? Alright, we'll switch to the right tank before takeoff. And usually I find myself skidding off the runway on takeoff. We only need about 40% of power. That's all we need. 40% of power, and we'll rotate. Alright. Alright, so let me just do full rudder and start bringing this thing. 40%, that's gonna give us about 1100. There you go. Oh, today I'm not too bad because I didn't hold the brakes. Alright, and it starts gently coming out. And let's go 110. That's what I need, 110. Alright. Forget the gear. Alright, 110. There you go. Come on, maintain it 110. Ooh, I'm actually already out at altitude. Alright, let's try to cruise at 2000 RPM if I can find the RPMs. I want to maintain 140. Alright, let's turn yeah, this thing's so fast that I busted my altitude. Where are the RPMs? How can I read the RPMs? 1000. Is that what I have? Yes. Alright, here we are, crosswind, and then we're going to be, actually, let me cut it down to about 1700. It's way too fast. Alright. Alright, so we're told clear to cross midfield, runway 36, so let's do that. Fuel flow 27.5. Yeah, 1700 RPM ish. So all I did is just back up on the prop. I'm just gonna start the timer just gently up. I busted my altitude by about 300 feet. Alright, so we're basically going VFR. We're going to be crossing the runway, going over to this point, and then we'll fly over to I haven't pulled my VFR charts for this area, but this is the exit procedure. Alright, after takeoff checklist, we'll do ignition off, fuel pump off. No bleeds, we don't need bleeds. There's a Leopold Sédar Senghor Stadium right there. What stadium is that? That I don't know. Okay. About 157 on the true airspeed. Give it a little bit of juice. Yep, this is the Austin Myers airplane. I don't have the airplane trimmed. I was trying to get my hands off to do other stuff. And basically at our entry point for the arrival airport, we need to be at about 1000. That's the entry altitude on the QNH. So we'll be losing about 400 feet. So we're good. Follow the coast. This is Dakar. As you can see, it's surrounded by water. Serpent Island right there. On Bel Air. That is too far to be on Bel Air. These tanks. I think I've already passed on Bel Air. That was my exiting point, my first exiting point. Alright, so we are doing about 1600 RPM. The fuel flow is 28 at 1600 RPM. Yeah, maintaining about 152-ish. I should be arriving earlier than predicted. How we're doing on fuel? I'm going to go to the left tank. Hopefully my fuel calculation was fine. Setting up some fuel flow profile on Sky Vector so that my planning can be more accurate on the fuel. Refisk. Let's not dip, let's watch the altitude. I think this guy can do up to about 300 knots true airspeed, if I can't remember. Cruising, so it can haul, it can cruise. It can cruise for sure. So what, about 7 minutes so far? So roughly another 10 minutes we will arrive at our destination. I think there is our destination right there. I can see the tower. So the entry procedure is right about here. Then we cut out 275 and then we intercept final on runway 01. Yep, that's the tower. From the distance, Golf Oscar Bravo Delta. So I'm gonna go ahead and bug 275 for my guidance just right now. No, 0905. What am I thinking? 0905, not 275. like 75 is west. Alright, there is the field, and we should be arriving at I think it's Sierra 1 is the name, if I remember, at 1,000 feet. So we'll go ahead and descend to 1,000 feet right now. So basically we're going to be 700 over the field elevation. This is a controlled area, so normally tower will be telling us when to turn on final. This is also a holding point if need be. If there is traffic, they will make us hold around this area. So I'm gonna make it to this building right here as my reference as Sierra 1, and then I'll cut to the easterly heading. Yeah, about 143 true airspeed, not bad. Alright, how we doing on fuel? Should we check that? $10 and $11, so I got 20 gallons. 21 gallon. Should make contact with the field. Alright, so Sierra 1, we're gonna go easterly heading. Alright, let's start rolling out. Maintain this easterly heading. So we're basically on crosswind. Yep, got the field made. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the ignition on, fuel pump on, and fuel back to the right so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, and let's start turning final. Ooh, overshot it. Overshot it a little bit because I was looking down. I busted my altitude once more. Should have been maintaining 1,000 feet. Alright, let's go ahead and get the gear down. We're already in the white arc. Let's go ahead and do a full prop. Then let's do flaps 1. You will want to balloon up. Let's counter that. All right. All right. So we're good. We just need flaps for landing, and we will be good. We are good on the approach. As you can see, we are way low, but we were designed to come in at 1,000. So essentially, that's just what it is. In normal time, we would have had tower. Leaving Sierra 1, they would have just allowed us to turn base. Sierra 1, we were to arrive at 1,000 feet. And this is a 13-minute flight so far. I think Sky Vector planned it out to be... I don't have it on my screen. Oh well. Anyway, I think I planned it out at about maybe, what, who knows. Let's focus on this approach. Runway heading 007. We're just holding for the flaps. And we'll just let the puppies guide us. We maintain maybe one wide, maybe, if I can control the rate of descent. Alright, let's go ahead and do the landing flaps so we have time to correct for the balloon and all. Alright, that's what I was thinking, the balloon effect. I think V approach, I really haven't checked V approach. Keep it at around 90-ish. Alright, landing checklist. Landing gear is down and 3 greens. Flaps landing. Fuel pumps and ignition are both on. Over the VOR station. Let's watch the speed. I don't like it dropping. Let's had a couple stutters there. Runway is plenty long. Runway is plenty long, so I won't really sweat it over the numbers. What was that? Alright, let's just maintain. Maintain. Alright. No need for, what you call it? Beta or reverse or whatever. We got a long runway ahead of us. Select the flaps up. We are at 48 knots, so let's go ahead and tap on the brakes, and this is where I'm going to lose the aircraft. I don't know if there's any sensitivity settings. I managed to do it equally on the 2 brakes that time around. Not bad for approach. Not bad, not bad. And then we'll go to the general aviation. Charlie 4. Differential braking, oh boy. And we have, I want to check. Alright, let's do landing lights off, taxi light on, and so far we have used, I want to make sure, we have used 11.9 or 12 gallon, and I believe Sky Vector we should have been using 11.3 gallons. So okay, so far just some minor tweaks, but not too bad, not too bad. Obviously it's a little hard to judge the taxi time. I think I put in that I taxi with 5 gallons or 3 gallons, I think. And and this is the tough part. We are 19 knots. We can easily be going 50 knots on idle. Everything is idle. Well, the black lever is idle. Okay, if you just tap gentle on the brake, but you can't turn at 33 knots, so I'm gonna slow her down. Instead of using beta to upset it, I'm just gonna gently. It definitely takes some getting used to. Yep. And I even quit using the rudder when I'm taxiing because it was just a habit for me. Alright. So I gotta go to Gulf right here. General aviation parking. And we will do the shutdown procedure. Definitely a very unique aircraft, I believe. I didn't even use the autopilot. Autopilot is not conventional. And I don't see a flight director on the thing like a magenta flight director. Alright, so let's get the taxi light off. We'll try to get it to GA number 18. Oh boy. Well, I overshot that one. We're gonna get a marshaller. Yep, once you get the speed messed up, you're in for a treat. See? Yeah, I was way too fast, and now I stopped wonky, so excuse that stoppage. And we are good. Ignition off, fuel pump off, stop the timer. You can say about 21 minutes. And we'll get this guy down, the prop. We'll get it down. And I believe he said NG needs to be 10% for the prop. I can't remember. I read something on Austin stuff. Let me go to low idle and see. Oh, I might have already cut it. Yeah, NG is going to remain at 55. I think he said something about wait for NG to be 10% to pull the prop. I believe. I'm not sure. Oh well. Let's just cut it. Okay, so you can suppose that I pulled the prop right there and then. Did I even have my transponder on? No! What a crime! Alright, so generator off, DC power off, and fuel I was supposed to have used 11 and have remaining. Where's my flight plan? Have remaining 18.7, and I have used 13 and have 16. Okay. I'm gonna try on a longer flight that's more controlled by autopilot and things of that nature, and I will test it some other time. So let's get the strobe light off, the nav light off, and let's go ahead and get ready to egress. And boom, 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 everything is shut off, flaps are good, brakes are on, and we can kill the batteries. And there, my friends, you have it, the Lancair Evolution. Look at this taxi job. You see, even from the breakage, we see how this is turned. I don't know. This differential braking is gonna need some getting used to. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Oh, before, let's see if we can watch the landing. Let's see if we can watch the landing. Let me disconnect from the network. Submit this flight to my VA. There you go. The flight is submitted to my VA. And let's go watch the landing. Yeah, I had a stutter right there on approach, not sure why. Not sure if this is how it is, but I feel like I'm really leaning down or diving down. Yep, another stutter. What's going on? Those settings that I adjusted today, thread optimization on, and all that jazz. I love the sounds in this aircraft. They're just so very well done. Here's the touchdown zone, but we got plenty of runway. All right. Good bean. Lancair Evolution. All right, now thank you all for watching.